Hi and welcome to episode 37 of the This Is Reportage podcast. My name is Alan Law, I'm the founder of This Is Reportage and I'm a wedding photographer too. Delighted to have the great Aleks Kus with us today. Based in Slovenia, winner of 7 Reportage Awards and a Story Award, Aleks was a delight to talk to and really inspirational. Stick with us today as he shares so much, including how he's blind in one eye and how that happened and how it's affected him, tips for finding and honing your own style, happiness and what his time in hospital taught him, why communication is key, knowing his wife from age 7 and why they always shoot together, his all-time favourite image, and much, much more. Hey Aleks, how you doing?
Hey Alan, thank you. I'm really good.
Cool.
Actually awesome these days. So yeah.
Oh, that's super to hear. That's really good. Yeah, I mean, because you're in Slovenia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm living in Slovenia. That's cool. It is
okay.
only country in the world which has a name in the name love. If you write it down, it's
Yeah.
love in the name of the country. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I never
Yeah.
noticed that. I like that.
Yeah. It is some special name for, and a lot of people know Slovenia just for this love between the letters.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool. Oh, a very romantic place to get married then, I guess, as well.
Actually, it is. Yes, there is a lot of destination weddings, especially in the place called Lake Bled. If you anytime hear this place,
I think
it
I have.
is. Yeah. It's like a well-known place, lake which has Iceland in the middle, and it is facing towards the castle, which is an uphill. It's tremendous, super place.
Oh, that's cool. And do you live near there, do you? Or-
I actually live 1 hour and a half if there is a normal traffic, and let's say less than 2 hours if it is usually during the summer is the roads are pretty busy. So
Okay.
yeah, let's say 1 hour and a half away.
Cool, not bad. Oh, I'd love to visit. I'd love to visit
You
someday.
need
That
to
would be
visit. You need to visit the
yeah.
Slovenia. Is very small country. Only 2 million people live there,
Right.
and you can be in the mountains, and about 2 hours of driving, you are already in the seaside. So it's
Oh, it
it's
sounds lush.
super. Yep, it is. It is beautiful nature. It is very similar to Swiss, or let's say some part of Austria,
Oh,
but
okay.
most beautiful.
Oh, it sounds lovely. I'm gonna come sometime. I'm gonna come
Yes,
sometime.
please. Yes, please. You are welcome. You are welcome.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. And you're very welcome to come over to England as well. Have you ever been over here?
Um, yes, few times.
Okay.
The last time I was just 1 year ago. It was a snap festival.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Yeah, in
and I was
Wales.
yeah, in the Wales. Yes, I was with my wife. We were speaker there. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, it's already 1 year ago, and I still remember because there was a super time, super people. So yeah,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I went to the first snap. I was a speaker at the
I
first snap
know,
and I
I
loved
know,
it.
I know,
Oh,
I know, I
yeah.
know, I know.
It's it's a cool atmosphere there, wasn't it? It was a lovely
Um, yeah, I love this gathering. We almost 1 week living with the unknown person
thing.
and talk about everything. Everyone are super relaxed and super open. So yeah, I would love to come again, but unfortunately, there wouldn't be any snaps at this um, how should I say
Yeah, in the
uh,
foreseeable future, maybe, I guess. And
I hope, but not in this formula.
right,
Maybe
yeah.
some smaller or some kind. But yeah, it was most beautiful time.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Laura.
One of the Laura is super fun and super person, and actually one of the best conferences ever I was attended.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah,
loved my time there as well. It is special. It was awesome. It was awesome.
perfect.
Can you tell us then a little bit more about the situation with coronavirus with you? Because I
Um,
think it's quite different to the UK, I think. For
Total.
example,
As I know, as I know, it's totally different. We are almost fully opened yet.
right.
The weddings are back, which is super fun. No limitations, maximum allowed people, so
Wow.
no restrictions. Only in some public places there was restrictions with limit of people.
Right.
But
Okay.
with this Monday, they raised it up to 500. So yeah,
Wow.
it's
So that's
back to normal.
almost exactly the same then, and weddings
Almost,
just
yeah.
normal. And just to say, if anyone's listening to this or when they're listening to it, we're recording this on the 17th of June. And in the UK, there's no weddings happening at all, let alone even with social distancing, it's not happening. So it's very different where you are.
Do you know when you start with the weddings?
No,
No.
we still don't know. It was only 2 days ago that non-essential shops opened. So it's a lot slower than it's been for you. I guess you've not had many cases, have you then?
We have only so the thing is, there wasn't many cases, but unfortunately we opened the borders with our neighbors, and there are new cases now, and politely, or how should I say, the people start talking about second wave,
Yeah.
which could happen, unfortunately, which could happen. I hope not. I hope not. And so, yeah, we have only 1,500 cases until
Wow.
today,
That's
which is
so different.
yeah, totally different. Totally
Mm.
different.
That's great though. And so you were able to shoot a wedding, was it just this weekend you shot a wedding?
Yeah, this was my first working weekend. Unfortunately, for this year, I have only 3 weddings, so
Oh
two
man.
left. And every other weddings are postponed to the 21, 22, and also 23.
Right. It is a nightmare because I guess you get a lot of people maybe traveling to your country to get married and
Exactly.
yeah,
I do most of my weddings are abroad.
right.
Usually I do 70% abroad, because Austria is only 1 hour from driving from me, which is
Cool,
a
yeah.
super cool place, and a lot of weddings are there for us. And yeah, a lot of people also came here in Slovenia to have a wedding here. So I
Right.
think most of them, they are cancelled now, or not cancelled, just postponed to the next years.
Oh, that's good. You've been able to postpone most of them then. That's good. But
Yes, I didn't lose any of the weddings.
oh, that's really
All
good.
my
That's good.
wedding are stays, but yeah, they are postponed.
Right. Okay. Oh, what a nightmare year it's been, isn't it? But next year should be good. Next year should be good.
I hope so. So.
Um, so something you told me about before this interview, which I didn't know at all, is that you're totally blind in one eye,
In
which
one eye,
obviously
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very sorry to hear about that. But
No,
it's
no,
just,
no, no
but it's just
problem.
even more amazing, how good a photographer you are as well. Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about that then?
Actually, I was not shamed, but I didn't speak public about this before my first conferences as I attended as a speaker.
Okay.
There I was. Actually, this was my first time, and also a lot of my friends didn't know that I am completely blind on one eye.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% blind, but imagine you using one lens and do it, just rotate the focus to the unfocused place. It's
Oh,
totally
okay.
blur. It's
Oh,
totally
right.
blur. So yeah, it is only 5% of the eye
Oh,
which
man.
has left. Everything's happened. It was my fault back in 1970. Uh, no, 1970, 1997.
Oh, oh
Yes,
yeah,
it's almost
1997 was it? Yeah.
1997. Yes, sorry.
That's okay. You're not
Uh,
that old. I know you're not that old, but
I
1970.
yes, I'm becoming older, but it is, I think, yeah, it was totally my fault. Because we run also another business which is totally unrelated with photography, totally different. It is the business of my family,
Yeah.
and we run, not it is not a workshop. We producing the at that time was car radiators. Now we produced special radiators for heating or cooling the machines and
Oh,
heavy
okay.
duty stuff.
Right.
And I was working there helping. and I have used brushing machine, for the gathering,
Okay.
and there was a special brush with with a label 6,900 RPM,
Right.
and I was put it on the machine with 20,000 RPM,
Oh, wow.
and this brushing grinder explode, and it exploded in my eye. So
Oh.
yeah, I left there my eye.
Oh man, that's so awful. That's awful though. That must have been, oh, I can't imagine how scary that must have been at that time.
For the moment, it was because I already working as a photographer at that time,
Oh, right. Yeah.
and it was I was 18 years old at that time.
Right.
So yeah, it happened in a split of a second,
Oh.
just bam, and everything is done.
Did you think
For
then that maybe you weren't ever gonna be able to carry on with photography at that time? Is that
Yes,
what you made?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, because the biggest problem to get to use was depth of the field, because I lose when you are using only one eye, the
Oh, yeah.
things which are in depth are different if you
Mhm.
as you one of with the two eye, it's
Right. Yeah.
totally different. So but during the years, I find myself totally comfortable. I somehow learn a new way.
Right.
Uh, so yeah, without now I work without any problems,
Wow,
almost
yeah,
any.
and your work is amazing. So
Yeah,
it's
thank you.
it's wow, it's amazing. So then, so you were doing some photography at that time. You were
Yeah,
18.
yeah. Actually,
I
I was starting in the basic school. I think it was eighth or seventh grade.
okay.
We have some class after the school with the photography, because we have the one teacher as a hobby photographer,
Oh,
and
that's
I was attend this class, and yeah, I start there. Yeah,
and how old were you then in that
um,
grade?
I don't know, 11, 12 maybe,
Oh,
something.
cool.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
nice young age to get into photography, though.
Uh,
That's cool.
yes, it was a nice age, and it was my daughter was 11 also when I took her for the first wedding.
Oh, cool. Wow. That's great. So how did you get into shooting weddings then? What was your kind of journey into
Oof,
weddings?
a long journey, a long journey. As I mentioned, I was working as a starting in this basic school class as a second part, or how can I describe, as a ed class, to the school.
Yeah.
Afterwards, the middle school or high school has the same class,
Okay.
and I was starting there as a journalist for the school paper, small school paper in
Oh, cool.
Terminal. I was a journalist. I covered some dances, some parties, some happening around the school.
Mhm.
And afterwards, I was starting with studio photography, product photography.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I was also covering the motor races,
Oh,
and there was a start of the journalistic approach to the photography,
okay.
and I loved it immediately. I have just blown my mind,
Oh,
and I also have a friends which already has a good have been good photographer, and one I was always with one eye, that feeling, um, be how should I say, alert to the wedding business,
hmm.
and in 2005, I think it was 2005, shot my first wedding in film that time.
Oh, really? On
Yeah,
film? Really?
on
Yeah.
film, yes, because there
Wow.
was only beginning of the digital, and the digital camera was at that time very expensive, So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. What was
I
that like shooting a wedding on film? I've never done that
um
ever.
yeah, most of people never done, but if you ask me, everyone should try once
Right.
shooting a wedding in the film. It was I know how to capture the events. I know how to capture the happening. So for me, it wasn't so stressful.
Okay.
But afterwards, I decided to go full in weddings, But if I want to go full in weddings, I want to know everything
Mhm.
and set my price for the first wedding like my friends have the price, So
Right.
not dumping the price with the beginning. That's how I started, yeah.
Wow,
And
cool.
then I went fully in weddings in 2007.
2007. Right. So about 13 years full time.
14, 15 years. It will be this year. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
cool. That's a good
yeah.
amount of time, isn't it? That is a good amount. You must have
Um,
seen a lot over that time. You must have seen a
I
lot.
see everything. I see everything. Actually, I hate weddings. I really hate weddings as a weddings today
Right.
because of their trends. They
Mm,
want to sell what is trendy today on social medias
mm,
for few fake likes, and followers. And no one thinks how to. No one thinks how the couple and their family will be looking these photos after years when
mm.
there will be totally different times,
That's
trends,
true.
and their photos will be representing what and actually was happening on their
Mm,
wedding. So
that-
who, why, what, when, where are my five weak questions which we need to answer before we grab a camera to shoot a wedding with
yeah,
the meaning for years to become. So yeah,
that's
this
cool.
is my motto now for weddings.
That's cool. And did you always shoot your weddings in a kind of, photojournalistic way, even from the very
Um,
beginning, or did you kind of change and
Actually, the only things I change is creative approach to the portraits and shooting time,
right?
just for the couple, because I'm boring with normal today's trend images. I always try to do something different if I can,
Cool,
but
yeah.
most of the time, yes, it was always let's say 70-80% journalistic way, but
Okay.
on in my way, in my way.
Yeah. Oh, it's so important to do it in your way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 I always teach in my workshops. I always teach that we all have different fingerprints, and if you have 10 people going to shoot the same wedding, you will get the 10 different results in the end. So
Mm.
it's very important to know that.
And that's the beauty of it as well, isn't it? It would be boring if we all took things the same way, if we all saw the
Exactly,
world the same
exactly,
way.
exactly,
Mm.
exactly, exactly. Because it is in the human nature to create, but our fear can limit our subconscious mind to copy what is already successful.
Mm.
So yeah, for me, it's very important to be to shoot in my way and find my ideal couples and clients which are related to my final product. Or
No, it totally makes sense. Do you have any advice for maybe photographers who are listening who, they don't know what their style is or they don't really know how they want to shoot and they maybe keep comparing themselves to other photographers? Do you have any advice for them?
Yes, I have few. Maybe can help someone. First one is patience.
Mm,
Patience, because everyone wants to be today. Let's say they want to buy a camera today, and for next day want to be successful.
mm,
So patience is the key here.
mm,
Um, Good communications with the couples are really really important, and find your own way, not copying others. Just
mm.
trying different things. Find the inspirations in other part of the photography. For like say for like to mention my inspirations is always in street photography
Oh, cool. Okay.
and in kitchen. I mean, cooking magazines,
Oh,
because
really? Cool. Oh,
yeah, because they are so creative, and I like this. I like
oh,
this.
wow.
So yeah, find your own way. Find your
That's
own way. Patience, patience, patience.
That's great advice, man. That's great advice. Yeah, and you mentioned street photography there. Do you do street photography yourself, or do you just
Yes, I
enjoy
do.
looking?
I do, but I never show in public.
Oh, okay.
I just try different things. I different way, different approach. I trying to be patient and waiting for the moments to happen.
Right.
So yeah, my training is street photography. Yeah,
No, cool.
because after, let's say, in my older ages, I would like to work as a street photographer.
Oh, cool. Okay, sounds great. You know, I've never tried it. I need to try it. I really do. I've never done it.
I find so many um, same way, you know. For me, wedding and street photography is like one. You know, we
Mm.
all have the dealing with the people and the story about the people, because weddings are people and stories to tell about this community of people there, family, moments which happened, and the same moments you can find in street photography. Maybe they are not so emotional, but looking from the composition and light and waiting for the moments is are the same.
Yeah, that's so true. That's cool. You can't see me, but I'm nodding all the way here. Yeah, totally. That's so cool, man. That's great. Cool. Let's change tack slightly now. Then
Let's do
let's.
it. Let's do it.
Um, this is great. I really enjoy talking to you. This is fab. Um, what's your kind of like? Do you have a recommendation for favorite kind of Netflix? Are you watching much TV at the moment? Are you a fan?
What is Netflix? No, no. Netflix is one of the thing which it's in a regular base for my wife.
Oh, cool.
She's constantly watching different series. But I with the series I have a big problem, because if I start looking one series, I want to looking from the start to the
Yeah.
beginning, and this can take ages, you know. So no, series are not for me. I'm not big fan of the series, but I'm big fan of movies.
Oh,
I
cool. Okay.
good movies. I like good movies with the story, with the good storytelling, with the good composition, lights. So yeah, I'm.
Cool. What's one of your? Have you watched anything good recently?
Recently, I was watching 1970.
Oh
Uh,
yes, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Brilliant movie, really brilliant movie.
Mm.
And The Joker was
Oh
another
yeah.
good movie for me.
Mm.
Not this year, last year. And my all-time favorite movie is Aida. Do you know the
No, I
movie?
don't. Oh, I
You don't?
think I remember. I've never seen it, but I think I remember
You should.
seeing like
You should.
the.
You
Is it?
should.
Yeah. What's it
Yeah.
about then? It's.
For me, one of the best movie in terms of photography,
Mhm.
capturing light composition and storytelling. One of the best.
Okay. Wow.
I think I watched it 20 times.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I just can't stop watching. I don't know
Wow.
why, but it is for me. It's beautiful. You should watch it.
Oh,
You
okay, I
should.
will.
It's in full version in YouTube. So
Oh,
no problem.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's a very strong recommendation that you've watched it 20 times. It must be
Yeah.
good. It must be good.
It is good. It is good because you every time you watch it, you will learn something different, you know, and you can use it next time on the wedding.
Okay, cool. I will definitely watch it. I will definitely watch it.
Please, please.
Yeah. Okay, a different kind of question. When you've reached old age, sometime in the future, and you're looking back at your life,
Mhm.
what would you like to think about the life that you've led? What
Oh, my life is so good. So
Oh, that's
there will
great
be,
though, man.
yeah, there will be. I always try to be happy. I always
Mm,
try to be happy. I always try to have a good day and not bad days, because my accident with my eye taught me so much for the future, which I'm grateful to happen. Seriously.
uh,
So what was the good question. Can I think and answer later?
Yeah, you can definitely. I think that's great. You sound so positive and so happy as well. It must have been when that accident happened, though. I mean, did you go through a kind of depression at the time? It must have
No,
been
no,
so bad.
no, no,
No.
no.
Oh,
Luckily, I was so young, and I don't have any depressions going on at that
right.
time. The only thing which I start to think about it was people, because I was lying almost 1 month, 3 weeks or to 1 month in the hospital, and I have seen so many tragically people there, you know, with
Uh,
really hard stories behind. I talk so much with others, and that there was my actually month for me was there. I
Really?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
I,
Imagine being in the hospital in trauma for 1 month, and you will see every day a new person with an accident,
right.
and you can speak about it openly, and you can it was really good time, and I learned so much for the future and for my life there. One thing was I never look the life through the money, but through the happiness, if I can.
That's so cool. I think that is just so wise. Man, it's so interesting. It's really, yeah, it really is. Cool. Oh, great, great. Let's go back to your photography
Mhm.
specifically. And one of my favorite reportage awards of yours is the one where is a guy who looks to be sleeping in the foreground, while some
Yeah,
ladies in the
yeah,
background are
yes,
getting
yes,
ready. Yeah, I
yes,
love
yes,
it. It's like that's
yes,
proper real.
yes.
Can you tell us about that
Yes,
shot?
sure. Yes, sure. Yes, sure. This image was I think I made it in 2018. Actually, the guy who is sleeping is a brother of the bride.
Oh, okay.
She's getting ready in behind him.
Oh,
Behind
cool.
him, if you are looking the image, there is a foreground. The guy is sleeping in the bed. Behind are the wife of this guy, which are doing the makeup for the bride, which is a sister of this guy, and there is also a best friend of both of them. So
Ah, cool.
um, it was the first time. Actually, in 2018, I switched the system from Canon to Nikon,
Okay.
and one of the good I now am using 850. So one of the good side of this camera, if you are turn live view, it has a silent shutter,
Oh, cool.
and I immediately know that I can use it because the guy is sleeping, and if I do like a real shutter, like bam bam bam, I will wake him up. So
Yeah.
I use the silent shutter. I use open. I think it's f11 or f10, so
Okay.
everything is in focus, and I just move my camera to live view and do few snaps. But at the same time, I saw in my LCD that there is also TV on, and I just wait for the perfect, I don't know, something happened on the TV, and I will press the shutter. So in the end, I have maybe I don't know, 50, 70 frames of that scene, and
Right.
one of them is this image.
Ah, cool. Oh, it's so interesting to hear your thought process behind that. It's
Yeah,
super. And I love it. That image is just so real, it's something
yeah.
that
I like real approach and real, because for me the meaning of the wedding is most beautiful, and to show people um how it was, to get the
mm,
feeling how it was, not some fake, not some stage, but look, this was
yeah.
happening in real time, and I have been there, and I just press a shutter on my camera.
It's super. It's so good, and it's really interesting to hear how all those people know each other really well. They're like
Yeah,
family or in
yeah, yeah,
relationships. So it's not
yeah,
just a
yeah,
makeup
yeah,
artist or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
That's
Yes,
cool.
yes.
Very cool. So if anyone's listening whilst running or cycling or anything, do head to the site and I'll include that image that Alex just spoke about. Yeah, it's a cracker. It's great. And speaking of which, you've won so many awards, including 7 Reportage Awards and a Story Award from us, and you've won loads of awards from other associations too, which
Yes.
is awesome. What for you keeps you entering awards? Because everyone has different reasons. So I'm just, why do you specifically enter awards?
Good question. For me, I'm obsessed with. Sorry. I'm honest guy, and I always
And honesty is
talking
good.
directly.
Honesty is good.
Yes, I always good. I'm kind of obsessed with my images. I'm kind of obsessed.
Mm.
I have 2 folders. One is my best of images,
Oh, cool.
which has until now. I will just open best of. It has 1,325 images.
Wow, that's quite a lot of best of.
Another one is my favorite images, not best one, but favorite. It is 3,700.
Oh wow, that's a
And I
lot.
just it is from 2011 until 2019.
Right.
I didn't include any of images from this year now yet. I
Okay.
hope I can, but we will see. We will see because there isn't so many weddings.
Mm.
So yeah, I always try to compete not to get an award, but to see my development for the future.
Right.
Sounds
That
great.
makes sense.
Sounds
Yeah,
sense. Yeah.
that makes total sense. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
And I think that's a really good idea of having separate folders like that actually for your favorite images. That's something I've never done. I think that makes really good sense. Do you get nervous shooting weddings at all?
Yes, always,
Oh, do you
always.
still? Yeah, even after
Yes, still,
15
yes,
years.
still.
Yeah, that's cool.
If the After the 15 years, after the I think 500 plus weddings, I'm still in the not the day before wedding because I love my communication with the couple. I say the communications is 70% of the wedding.
Yeah,
I
okay.
would like to know everything about my couples. I would like to know basically all. Irena a lot of because we are working together, and also our meetings are always been together. And my questions are sometimes really disturbing for them, maybe.
Oh, really?
But
Well, what
yeah,
kind of questions?
I ask directly, everything, guys, almost everything. I don't
Okay.
have any any breaks or the things I wouldn't ask. I ask
Oh, okay.
because everything is important for me to capture the wedding for them and to
Ah, okay.
create a story for them. So I ask almost what's everything which came to my mind at that time.
Right.
This is very important for me. This is very important to me to create the process for them. And I never have been nervous before the wedding, but in the morning when of the wedding, I'm always has some butterflies in my stomach still.
Oh, yeah.
I still, when we drive to the weddings, I go to my mind. If I ask this, okay, this will happen now. Okay, I need to see the people. I need to see interactions. I need to see how the story will develop, and to be there, and to press the shutter at the right time. Actually, I can describe the moments of from this Saturday. The wedding was super easy, nothing special, nothing stressful, super people. And after the ceremony, usually they play the band or some singer plays some music. But mom of the bride decided to order some special guests for the singing, and
Okay.
bride and groom didn't
Yeah,
know
right.
that.
Yeah.
And I was watching them. They start to talking about they playing a wrong song. What's going on? And I immediately step in front of them and just wait. I think, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, almost all songs. I just capture two of them. Just bride and groom, nothing else, nothing others.
Uh,
I have so many crazy moments from that part. But if I don't know in before, I I will miss these moments.
yeah. Oh, that's really interesting to hear as
Yeah,
well. That's
yeah.
that's that's awesome, man.
And I,
Cool.
I, I always speak with the people when I arrive to the wedding. I always ask mom. I invite to the separate place or some outside and ask, do you prepare something special for them? Because I need to know. I ask mother, father of the bride, from the groom sides, from the best man, and so yeah, I would like to know everything in front to be ready to nail the moments.
That's Great advice. I need to do that more. I don't do that,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
just it makes
communications
total
are
sense.
so crucial for weddings. I cannot describe, and I cannot decide. I when I teach on the workshops, and I do a lot of this time. I always spend 3 to 4 hours just about communications because they are so crucial for capturing the storytelling
Right?
uh,
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah, it's great advice, man. It's great advice. And in terms of marketing for you, and getting yourself out there and getting your weddings, what's been the most effective tool for you?
Be honest, be honest to people. Good, as I mentioned, good communications.
Mm.
Until now I never market myself. Yes, I try time to time with the Facebook advertising or something else.
Mm.
But mouth to mouth, good words are the best one. I
Yeah.
do a lot of marketing because I want to do more 3 days event, like weekend weddings or starting Thursday until Sunday or maybe even in Monday.
Okay, cool.
So I try to market myself in a different way. So
Okay.
I approach a lot of I work a lot of to with sorry, I confused. I
That's
work
okay.
a lot with wedding planners. Uh,
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah.
Do you enjoy working with wedding planners?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes,
that's
yes.
cool. And that's helped get those kind of longer, kind of bigger weddings then, I
Yes,
guess.
in the future I would like to have 5 to 10 weddings only, but
Okay.
all of them will be the bigger one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense. Cool. Okay, let's change tack slightly again.
Yes.
If you could choose one day in your life to live over and over again, like Groundhog Day. Have you seen Groundhog Day?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I'm so
Of
glad.
course.
Yeah. I love that film. I
Of
love it.
course.
Yeah, if you could choose one day, which day would it be?
Can I say my life?
Oh, that sounds good. That's one. Yeah, that would...
But if I need to choose one day, that will be 2 days when my girls was born.
Oh,
Larissa for the first time and Stella second. Yeah,
oh,
that would be my 2 perfect days.
oh, that's lovely, man. That's really nice. How old are they?
15 and 17.
Wow, right, cool. What's it like having no old teenagers then now? Because
Um,
like,
we never had any problem
right,
because we are so connected as a family. We never argue.
oh,
Uh, with my wife, we are together almost. We know each other from 7 years old.
oh,
Uh,
what your wife really?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow,
yeah. Because we were neighbors, almost neighbors.
wow.
She was living in a part with the how do you say where there's a lot of place a lot of flat in the building.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, like a multi-story or
yeah. She was living there, and I was living 100 meters near in the
okay.
in the house. Yeah.
Oh, wow, and you were friends from seven. That's
We
amazing.
are friends for 7, but later on we just our path was I was going to Ljubljana to school, and she was staying in Trbovlje. And after I think it was we were 19-year old, we came
Right.
together, and until now we are together, and we never fight. We
Oh,
decided to never fight, to always speak openly, politely, and we never fight. And this we also teach our girls. So we
oh,
are connected. We are connected. Everything we can say. Everything is open to discuss. So yeah,
that-
perfect. We
that's
don't have
very
any
cool.
problem. It will change a little bit because now the older one is already in Ljubljana for 2 years, abroad schooling,
Oh, okay.
and the smaller one, Stella, will follow her.
Okay.
So next year we'll be home alone.
Oh, yeah.
That will be our next chapter of our life. So we will see how is
Yeah.
how
Oh,
will
I'm
be.
sure it'll be great. It'll be great. But it'll be strange, won't it? Being just the
Um,
two of you again. It'll be strange.
it will be a little bit strange, but as I mentioned, I work on so many fields, and my day is pretty busy all the time.
Mm.
So yeah, it will be different.
Yeah,
different.
next chapter, next chapter. And
Next, definitely next.
do you always shoot with your wife as well?
Always, always. I was only 2 times alone, and
Okay.
I was so misery,
Yeah.
misery. I just miss her. I miss her. A lot of time she's just there, not shooting, but it's with me. I always can have someone to speak with them, to, I don't know, say if something bother me during the wedding, if something is not okay, as I feel not good or something, I always have someone.
Mm.
So yeah, it was only 2 times, and never again, never again.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I think that's quite a awesome story. How you knew each other from 7, been together
Yeah.
from 19, and work together, and you don't argue at all. It's amazing. It's
But we
awesome.
work together in all our companies, not just in photography, also in my parents'
Ah,
company.
cool.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, we are basically 24/7 together.
Oh, it's awesome. It's romantic. It's cool. Very cool. Okay, Alex, what's something that's a strange question, but I quite like it. What's
Yeah. Okay.
what's something that you really love, but that most people seem to hate?
Oh, good question. Hard question.
Yeah.
Strange question.
Yeah. I know it is a strange question,
Oh,
isn't it?
oh,
Or you could think of it the other way around. What's something that you hate that most people seem to love?
um, what I hate. I hate current situation.
Really? No.
No, 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 no. What I hate basically nothing.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
do
hate.
sound very positive.
I don't hate. I always have something to say, but I never hate. I just say I will never hate no one, you
Right.
know, and nothing, and try to be in that way. But I can speak. I can philosophic about everything if you want, but not hating. Not hating.
That's cool. Good way to be. That's a good way to be. Cool. Let's go something else. Can you tell us something that you're really bad at?
I'm really bad at. Oh yes, writing. Writing is I'm very bad because
Oh, really?
I also have a writing with the hands. Not typing with the computer. Writing with the
Okay.
hands because I also have dyslexia,
Right.
huge, a very strong one, and my hands wasn't meant to be writing with. So I'm really catastrophically bad with that. Yes.
Okay. That's funny. And have you made, I always find this question interesting. Have you ever made any really memorable mistakes, maybe in shooting weddings or in business or in life, any mistakes?
Yeah, a lot of missed opportunities. Because I'm passionate about business, but I always made in my head change if weddings for me are not the business because we are too connected with the clients,
Okay.
and we are selling an art which for me I don't use like a business. Even in the end is some profit, some money,
Mm.
but for the real business, I have another job, another thing. So
Okay.
yeah, I love to invest in some new business or some models.
Oh, cool.
I a lot of time help with some ideas if I can, and there was a lot of
Oh, opportunities.
missing opportunities. Yes, yes, yes. Too much, too much.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because there is so much things going around us, and the time is one of the biggest problem. It
Mm.
is always less. Not. I will be really happy if the day will be 27-hour long, but unfortunately it isn't. So yeah, yeah, a few good opportunities. Yeah, this is it.
No, that's cool. Yeah, it's really interesting as well. And I
And
like the way you mentioned happiness again there. And it's
yeah,
something that I just really enjoy talking about and the whole concept of happiness, really. And
yeah,
so
yeah,
so
yeah,
what
yeah.
what is what is happiness to you? What does it mean
It,
to you to
it,
be
it
happy?
it will be funny now, but I will say directly. For me, happiness is to be happy in the bus and not crying in a Ferrari.
That's I've not heard that. That's very cool.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, because I look life a little bit different, and happiness is something I really miss from anybody, and it is the time is so short, and the life is so short, and the accident can happen at any time, so we need to be happy during the all time.
Mm. Yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah, so agree, man. It's so I really enjoy talking to you. It's cool. How have you found? Because I think this is a subject which a
Hmm.
lot of people are quite interested in. Obviously, with you being a parent,
Yeah.
how have you found it over the years? Balancing being a wedding photographer and your other business interests, as well as being a parent. Has it been difficult?
Stressful.
Mm.
Stressful because I'm also very the word which will be hard to I will describe. I'm very worrying about my daughters. I
Yeah.
always I always ask them, be safe, watch on the road, watch on the car, and yeah, this is big my biggest, not biggest, but a huge pressure on me,
Mm.
and traveling so many times during the year and be away from them. Uh, it it was stressful when the both of the girls was younger. These days it's much easier, much easier.
Mm.
Once is because the older one live in Ljubljana,
Mm.
and the youngest one was always home alone. But it is much better now than it was in the past.
Okay,
But
cool.
yeah, stressful, really stressful, really
Oh yeah.
stressful. I couldn't imagine. Maybe this was related because the time we have when we become a parents, we were really young.
Okay.
Let's say younger, not so young, but younger. We
Yeah.
have I think we had 23, 24 when the Larissa was born.
Right.
So I couldn't imagine being, I don't know, 30 and have a small one and doing the destination weddings. I
That's
just
so true.
couldn't. But I constantly think about that because I know a lot of my friends, and yeah, that yeah, I respect them. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
What would be, because there's a wide range of people will be listening to this,
Hmm.
some people who have
I
been
know.
shooting for a long time,
Mhm,
some people are just starting out. What
mhm.
would be your kind of top tips for people who are just starting out in the industry, right now?
Don't let your ego drives you,
Yeah, that's cool. Mm.
because ego is a big problem of our industry.
Mm.
Huge problem, as I see so many times. uh Forget about ego. You are not a wedding photographer for yourself, but always for your couple,
Mm.
always. And you are always shooting for them, not for yourself. Even you need to shoot 100% for them and 120% for yourself, because this 20% can lead you to the next job.
Mm.
Yeah, ego is one of the biggest problem. So forget about this. uh, Try practicing as much as you can, and try to find where you find most comfortable. If you find you most comfortable shooting weddings in a PJ styles, so in a photojournalistic style, do more of that,
Mm.
and show only this type of images. If you're trying to be, I don't know, mix of them, try to be journalist, and try to do some creative portraits. If you want to be most of the if your plan or your concept is being a wedding photographer as today's trends, show only this, nothing others.
That's
Thank
great
you.
advice, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top stuff, man. Great. Cool.
Perfect.
What you imagine you've just shot a wedding. What
Mhm.
what is the first thing you do when you get back home?
Open a beer and drink it.
Yeah.
No, joking. But I do that. Yes, I always, when I came home, I always drink one beer.
Oh, that's
Uh,
cool.
uh,
Yeah. Gotta do
and
that.
when I drinking the beer, going to the shower, I always copy immediately my stuff to the backup.
Right.
And when I go sleep, I do a second copy. That's it. That is my number one tip,
Right. That's
because
cool.
I'm so I think you asked me before what is most stressful during the wedding, is being, let's say, in other part of the world and carrying around camera with already shot a wedding, so you have images for the clients, and you have gear, and you are in some desert
Yeah.
country. This is stressful.
Mm.
I have never been relaxed going to the destination, because already knew what is in front of me.
Have you ever had any kind of data loss or anything?
No, no,
Cool.
no. I'm knocking on the wood. I'm knocking on the wood.
Yeah, I do that
I
all the time as well.
never. I always try to double check everything. When we came back to hotel, let's say, or Airbnb, I immediately copy my cards to the external drive, and the one drive is with Irena, and cards are with me, or the separate.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, always,
Makes sense.
always double checking everything.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? It would be a nightmare. It would be a nightmare.
Couldn't imagine. I don't think
Yeah.
about it.
No, let's not touch wood again. My wife bought me a wooden iPhone case because I touch wood all the time, and now I've got wood on me all the time, which is really handy.
Yeah.
What's more, Alex? What's more important to you, if any of them are more important to you? Composition, light, or moment?
They are all important for me,
Mm,
but moments are first, composition, light are second. Because
right.
I couldn't, if you speak like this, I couldn't decide light or composition, because for me are the same. But
Mm,
when I teaching, I always say moments, light, composition.
right. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Cool, man. I think it's flown by so quickly. It's so lovely talking to you. I've never spoken to you before, and it's just so nice, man. It's
Nice.
just so interesting. I'm going to ask one more. Okay, one more question. I know this is probably a really hard question as well, but can you think of a certain photo that you took that's had some kind of lasting impact on you? Perhaps
Yes,
that.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes,
Okay, that's
yes,
great. I did. Yeah.
yes,
What?
yes,
Tell us about that.
yes. My again, it's connected with my family. I was shooting my cousin's wedding back in 2014,
Right.
and there was a scene where on the picture are my mom, my aunt, my grandma, my wife Irina, and both of the girls, and they are perfectly balancing. The composition is strong, and yeah, this is my all-time favorite images.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
the only one image I love.
Oh, the only
Yeah,
one.
only one. I'm not hate my images, but I always find, oh, I could do this better. Oh, I could do this also better. Or in terms of editing or composition or light, I always find something which could be better.
Oh, really? Wow, that's so interesting because on the one hand, you seem so happy and so positive. I would have thought that you would be just really happy with your work because it's so good as well, you know.
I'm never happy, because I try to shoot my best wedding when I go out. I
Mm,
already shot. I say, okay, I did this okay. I'm really happy with this story, but I know I can be better. I know something could be better. But there is so many things which need to be connected. Not only me, also people, and the
mm,
energy and the vibe of the wedding, and place, and everything needs to work together to
mm.
to get out the best results. And I hope I will never do that. It's always drive me for the future.
That's so true, isn't it? It keeps us on our toes and makes us, get
Exactly,
better and better.
exactly,
And
exactly,
makes our next work be our best work will be the next wedding, hopefully, I
exactly,
guess. Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
That's cool. I love the way when I asked you about, is there a certain image, and an image came to your head straight away. It's very
Yeah, yeah,
prominent.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I just love these images, and actually, this image opens so many, fill the gap for so many questions which I couldn't answer before, and it wasn't just after the wedding, but years after the wedding. When
Uh,
I became a when I became more shooting more meaningful weddings,
right.
and now I always speaks about this image because it's representing everything what the weddings means for me.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Oh man, Alex, I'm just gonna come to an end, but that was so good. Thank you so much. It's been so interesting talking to
Thank
you.
you,
I loved it.
thank you,
Oh man, thank you for your time. Anyone
thank you
who's
so much.
listening, while out, do head to the site, and I'll include lots of Alex's work and the specific reportage award that we spoke about earlier, and links to his website as well. And
Awesome.
oh man, thank you. It's been so
Thank you so
great.
much, Alan, for opportunity. It was nice to talk with you,
Oh,
and I hope we see each other soon.
definitely.
My plan is to came to Dog Day if I could.
Oh, that would be so fab. It'd be
Yeah,
so good to
yeah,
meet you, man.
yeah.
It really
Because
would.
I have missed it this year. I have missed this year, but my plan is for the next year for sure to
Oh,
came.
that would be awesome. I
Great.
really look forward to meeting you there, and I'll buy you a beer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. You stay safe,
Awesome.
and keep well, and I'll hopefully meet you soon.
Awesome. Awesome.
Bye,
Thank you
man.
so much. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
You've been listening to the 37th episode of the This Is Reportage podcast. Thoroughly enjoyed talking to Alex. Hope you enjoyed listening. Head to thisisreportage.com to see examples of his work and link to his website too, as well as his all-time favourite image that he spoke about at the end there. We also have lots more episodes of the podcast released with photographers such as Yves Siepers, Tyler Worken, Sanna de Block, Sam Docker, Dominique Shaw, and many more. If you're not yet a member of TIR, check out all the benefits of joining us, including an unlimited number of images on your profile, 60 Reportage Award and 18 Story Award entries per year, invites to our physical meetups and parties, exclusive discounts, hours of educational videos featuring tips and advice from some of the world's best photographers, and much more. Our current round of awards deadline is very soon now. Deadline for submission is 23:59 BST on 24th of July 2020. And remember, we've just launched our brand new sister site for documentary family photography. This is Reportage Family. Our very first Family Awards submission deadline is also the same date as TIR, 23:59 BST on 24th of July 2020. No poses, nothing staged. This is Reportage. And this is bye for now.